Aida for telling my stepmother that by her standards I am better than her? It sounds weird and I may very well be but I'm not sure I regret it even so. Background: my mom died when I was 4. My dad remarried when I was 7. We'll call my stepmother Sheila. Sheila is the personification of the tradwife trope, and while she's not quiverful movement, she comes from a similar background. Basically, her entire self-worth is wrapped up in how many kids she has and how nice her house is kept. She has a lot of disdain for career women, especially unmarried, childless ones. Needless to say, I do not like or agree with Sheila, and I have no idea what my dad sees in her. My mom was the opposite. My teenage years were one long, constant argument because, 1. I have refused numerous times to be adopted by Sheila, 2. I have 6 half-siblings and I refused to help her raise them, and 3. I am pretty much everything Sheila disapproves of. My dad tried to mediate as best he could, but it was a difficult situation. Needless to say, I do not go home often. I keep in contact with my dad, but I ignore anything from Sheila unless it's an emergency. I completed my surgical residency not long ago, so I took some time off for a vacation and a quick visit with my dad before I really get stuck into my practice. I agreed to come to their house for a cookout, knowing that I would probably be annoyed, but it was something nice my dad wanted to do for me. Now, I don't have children or a partner. I love my career and I like being solo. Still, when I was in undergrad I figured if I'm not going to use my eggs, someone might as well get some use out of them. So I did 3 rounds of egg donations and put the money towards med school. As a result, at last report I have 8 biological offspring. Sheila decided to start her usual "when are you going to settle down" nonsense, and I was set to ignore her as usual, but then she said, "Don't think you're better because you have money, a woman's worth is in her home and children." I said, "Well, that would mean I'm still better than you because I have more bio children than you do, a nice home, and a successful career." She just stared at me for a minute and left. She didn't come back outside while I was there. My dad called later to ask what happened and said that even though she shouldn't have started the conversation in the first place, it was a low blow. She couldn't have more children after the last one, and she was very upset to be reminded of that. Plus she has always thought that I look down on her. I do, but not because of her lifestyle choice, more so because she's so judgmental about it herself. Anyway, my dad wants me to apologize. A couple of the older half-siblings have sent me radioactive texts about it. I think she walked into that one, but given her fertility issues and knowing how much self-concept she has wrapped up in a big family, it might have been a little over the line. Aida? Edit busy few days, but thanks for all the advice and encouragement. I had a difficult conversation with my dad last night and told him that we have 2 options at this point. Sheila can button up and be pleasant without unsolicited criticism or discussion of my life choices when I'm around, while he needs to back me up and set consequences for her behavior. Or I won't visit anymore and he will need to come to me in the future. He admitted that he knows she's gotten further and further off the rails as time has gone on, and he's not pleased with how she treats either me or him and the other kids. He said he would set some hard boundaries with Sheila and see if she would be willing to go to marriage counseling. I won't be home again for another couple of months, so we'll see what happens. Please like and subscribe to end these part 2s.